What is up, everybody? My name is Bobby Stevens. Obviously, you guys can read. So, I think it's time to do my first mock draft of the year. So, I think what is necessary to do is to do one round. We're going to use PFF, their mock simulator. I'm a fan of the Eagles. My channel name says that, but I think the if I draft someone to your team and you're like, oh, that's not a need or it doesn't fit the scheme, I'm sorry, okay? I don't know your team that well, so I'm just saying this is just what I don't know. I guess like what I would do, or like just like best available type of thing, just to see where players could actually go based upon value slash you know the destination slash need. So let's get this moving here, and let's bring this up. So as you can see, I have all the teams selected because I'm going to be doing all of them, obviously. One round, as you see up there. The thing that's funny to me is like they started to add these different little things down here, public versus PFF board and things of that nature. So let's get in here. Let's share the screen. Right. There you go. You can see this going on. Let's go to here. All right. So we are going to get everything together. All right. Let's enter the draft. I don't think it's any secret. With the first pick of the draft, the Jaguars are going to get Trevor Lawrence. I like that that says 1.6. The fact that this is even here, Jets and Niners, is hilarious. I guess it's some of the fans like picking everyone and then making them pick somebody else, but Trevor Lawrence goes one. The Jets, from what I was told or what I heard, was someone offered him like 3 first-round picks and they said no. They said no right off rap. So I'm thinking that tells me that they're definitely going Zach Wilson, and they're not going to go for like someone like a Justin Fields or Trey Lance. Trey Lance is more of a project than he is like a blue chip prospect. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin Fields is more of a blue chipper. The big knock on Justin Fields is that he can't read the whole field or anything like that. Just because he didn't do it a lot or at all at Ohio State doesn't mean he can't. Trey Lance does a lot of one-week reads. So does Trevor Lawrence. Zach Wilson did as well. But that doesn't mean they can't. It just could be the offense that they're in. But the Jets go with Zach Wilson. Now, Daniel Jeremiah said he believes that the Niners trade up for Mac Jones. I can't allow my finger to click draft on Mac Jones at 3. I do think they're going Trey Lance. Now, here is the crucial spot. The Falcons, right? Because Bengals, Dolphins, Lions, not going quarterback. However, Panthers, Broncos, New England all need a quarterback. Justin Fields is still on the board in this scenario, right? Okay, cool. Do they stay here? No, they're not going to pick a quarterback this year. And how I know that is because the Dolphins, the Falcons have actually restructured Matt Ryan's contract. They pushed the money back down, the cap hit back down a couple of years. So that tells me and a lot of other people that they're going to go try to get pieces to win right now with Matt Ryan, they have Julio Jones, older, but still Julio Jones. He's still good. Calvin Ridley, they obviously got Matt Ryan. And if you go in and if you sit here and you add, I don't know, say Kyle Pitts. So then you have Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan. You know, I think that's one hell of a duo. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Kyle Pitts goes 4. Joey Burrow is dying to get Ja'Marr Chase on this team. However, the last thing the Bengals front office remember seeing was him being carted off the field. Penny Sewell. Now here, what's interesting here is obviously this is still a trade up spot because, you know, except Panthers, Broncos, New England all still need a quarterback. Now, the Lions aren't going to take a quarterback here. The Broncos could trade up, but the Dolphins did a lot of moving. What could the Broncos really give up that is that enticing? I know it's a few spots. If you go by the draft pick value chart, it's not there's not enough picks between here and here that's going to make me move down and then potentially lose the guy I want for Miami here to go to the Lions, and that's Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase, Will Fuller, if he's healthy. The tight end, what's his name? I know he's from Penn State. His last name is weird. It's Polish last name or something. He's a good piece. He's not Evan, he's not Kyle Pitts. He's not, he's not a Kelsey or a Kittle, but he's a good piece. Now surrounded with Ja'Marr Chase, Parker, Will Fuller. I think that's a hell of that's just a damn good receiver room there. Lions are on the board at 7. They need a receiver. They lost Galladay. They just traded for Jared Goff. Obviously, swapping quarterbacks there. You can go defense. They need a lot of pieces on defense, but they did go Jeff Okudah early last year. So I think they stay here, and they go Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith for Goff there. So the Panthers, there's no trades in here. I'm not going to go through as I keep going with these mock drafts as we get closer to the draft. I'll do more drafts and I'll break down the draft pick value chart and all that good stuff. This is just, I don't need to say nothing. They take Justin Fields. Now the Broncos need a quarterback here, but I don't think you're going to take Mac Jones at 9. The one player that's still on the board right now that really reminds me of a player that's really good for the Broncos for a lot of years was Von Miller. Von Miller, a linebacker and hybrid. What kind of linebacker hybrid pass rushing phenom is on the board right now that the Broncos could take and sit there and build up to be like a next Von Miller? Because Michael Parsons reminds me of a Von Miller, of a Van Noy, of a Bud Dupree type. A linebacker edge, pass rushing phenom. Goes 9. Well, the Dallas Cowboys, one of my hated rivals, they need a lot of help. Obviously, they would love to get Kyle Pitts here if he would have fell, but he did not. He went to Florida, Atlanta. So what they do is they go defense. They need a lot of help on that defense. It was a bad defense last year. And this is no brainer. They just go Patrick Surtain. It's just that simple. So here, earlier on in my other mocks that obviously weren't public, I was just doing it with my friends in my head. I was going over. I was like, the Giants have to take a receiver here. They had to take a receiver here. Well, they signed Galladay. They spent a lot of money on Galladay. Adoree Jackson, things like that. So honestly, get protection. Just get protection for Daniel Jones. Not only protection, but then you're going to solidify that run game when Saquon's healthy. I mean, you got Galladay, you got Slayton. Giants are good. They look really, really good. Now here on the board, top 3, Waddle, Mac Jones, J.C. Horn. I am not drafting Mac Jones for the Eagles. I do not want the Eagles to sniff a quarterback. Maybe I'll be okay with them taking Ian Book in the 7th round. I don't care. But do not take a quarterback in the first 5 rounds. Please, Howie. Receiver would be nice. The Eagles don't have really receivers. They have a bunch of slot guys, whether it be Reagor, Greg Ward, Quez Watkins, John Hightower, right? Or you got like bigger body possession receivers like, I don't know, Fulgham and JJ Arcega-Whiteside, or Umbrella Boy, as most of us call him. However, the only problem with that is most of them are trash. Greg Ward is a below average slot receiver. Quez Watkins had a play in his rookie season. John Hightower was, he was there, definitely. He was definitely there for most of it. And Reagor showed flashes, but he was definitely not worth the pick over Justin Jefferson. If Justin Jefferson would have went right before us, or whatever the case, I've been okay with it, even though we didn't trade up for CeeDee Lamb because we want that second pick to go get Jalen Hurts. You stay here, you go defense, Howie. You understand me? You go defense, you get J.C. Horn. Just go get J.C. Horn. Obviously, linebackers I think to me, linebackers the biggest need, only because at least in the league, Reagor and Fulgham and Greg Ward to a certain degree have actually made plays in this league. Linebackers are Alex Singleton, TJ Edwards, and a converted right end Gerard Avery as an outside linebacker. One of our linebackers I think his name is Joe Bachie. Who? It's so sad, but I think the Eagles' biggest needs, I say ours because that's my favorite team: linebacker, receiver, safety. That's the biggest needs on the team right now. So Eagles go J.C. Horn. On the clock is the Chargers. They just take the best tackle. That's all that really is. So here with the Vikings, this is a very interesting pick with the Vikings because a lot of people, a lot of mocks I see, they have them going offensive line. As you see, they need a tackle and a guard, edge and safety. But for me, that defense has taken a lot of hits. You lost Anthony Howard to the Eagles, right? I mean, there needs to be some kind of something there. So I'm actually going to go edge. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go pay here from Michigan. This one's a no-brainer. Mac Jones finally gets off the board. I don't have to worry about nothing like that. Cardinals, this is no secret. They need a corner. Now, right here, here's what's interesting. Greg Newsome, Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley, this is his second back surgery in like 15 months. Now, they said it's a minor surgery, but from what I hear from ex-players, no such thing as a minor back surgery. That back is a problem. And I believe he also tore his ACL. So but forget the ACL part. I don't know if that's true, or if I'm recalling somebody else. 2 back surgeries in 15 months right before the draft. Caleb Farley is going to fall. He might even fall out of the first round to the very beginning of the second round. So Cardinals go Greg Newsome. Here come the Raiders. I wonder what overhyped prospect they're going to take this year. Hopefully nobody. Hopefully they stay put and take a tackle. They need a tackle. Obviously Dylan Radunes had a hell of a pro day. So did Tevin Jenkins. They have Tucker here as a tackle. He's going to be a guard in the league. And Samuel Cosme had a huge, so did Leatherwood and Jackson Carman, all too early. But out of these 3, if I was going to take a tackle at 17, it would be Tevin Jenkins. Back on the board is the Dolphins. So with the first pick, we scroll up here. We had the Dolphins going Jamar Chase, given Tua another weapon. Tua has no excuse after this season. That's all that is. So if you were to add up all their needs, like tackle, guard, right? They need a defensive interior on the line and edge. Look at this. Barmore. has fallen to 15. Averagely in the drafts, in these mock drafts online, the public is picking him at 23. He's going 18. Okay. Washington football team. They need a quarterback. I think it's way too early for Kyle Trask. I don't like Kyle Trask at all. I see an average to below average quarterback, terrible accuracy. He has really bad mechanics. He really doesn't use his hips or his legs really to. A lot of times when he throws the ball, it's like his body, like he just uses his arm, like only his arm. Like I don't see a lot of good. He doesn't rip through his hips. He doesn't use that momentum and it causes a lot of inaccuracies. He reminds me of Nick Foles. That's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of Nick Foles. Now at 19, you can see quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, tackle, linebacker. Well, guess what? They are going linebacker. They're going JOK. Notre Dame. Okay. Oh, the Bears. The Bears need a lot of help. So you can add up all their needs, like wide receiver, tackle, guard, and corner, right? Kind of see what's the thing. Oh, what's this? Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle is one of those prospects that is going to be overhyped. I've heard people say that if he was healthy, he would be in argument as the first receiver off the board over Jamar Chase, over Devontae. Do you guys realize Devontae Smith won a Heisman, right? Do you guys understand that? Devontae Smith won a Heisman as a receiver for the first time in God knows how long. And you're going to sit here and tell me that Jalen Waddle needs to go? Because Devontae Smith weighs 170 pounds. Is that why? Marvin Harrison. Chad Ochocinco, right? Chad Johnson. I just wish people got over that stuff. If he can separate the next level, which I think he can, he is electric, after the catch. He is just electric. So on the clock here, we got the Colts receiver, tackle, and edge. Is there issues that they have here? Jason Owe had a hell of a pro day. He's a freaking freak. But Rashad Bateman here, you just got to take him. That's what a steal, right? So you go tackle, you go guard, you go corner. So here now, wide receiver, I think to me is their biggest need for the Titans. That's just me. I'm an Eagles fan. I typically only really focus in on my Eagles and the NFC East. I know football, I know the league, but I'm not into all the schemes and things like that of every team or what they see as a big need. But I think wide receiver is a big need. And you got Elijah Moore here. Congratulations. Back on the clock is the Jets. They don't need a quarterback no more. They took Zach Wilson at 2. Now, you got a lot of talent here. A lot of friggin' talent. And I think it's I'm not comfortable taking Caleb Farley here. That back surgery stuff, it does scare me. It scares the shit out of me, if I'm being honest with you. It's just scary a lot of teams. Aziz, welcome to New York. Welcome to the Big Apple. Now, the Steelers need tackle, guard, and quarterback. It's still way too early for Kyle Trask. I think tackle would probably be good here, but when you look at just pure talent here, Vera Tucker, who's going to play guard in the league, not tackle, is going to play guard. Okay, he goes to the Steelers. Back on the clock now. We got the good old Jacksonville Jaguars. So tight end, tackle, and safety. Oh, look at this. Morig fell right to them. A lot of this draft is going to be guys falling into place because there's going to be 4 quarterbacks taken, possibly in the first 4 picks. Because I do believe the Panthers, if the Niners take Trey Lance, I think the Panthers will trade up with the Falcons. I know it's in division, but earlier in this video, I was talking about the draft pick value chart, which every team uses, and that became a thing after I believe it was the Herschel Walker trade, where basically the Vikings gave Dallas everything, their whole lives, and they ended up drafting 18 freaking Hall of Famers in that draft. So they're like, no, we can't have this. This is ridiculous. So what we got here for the Browns? Now, when I look at this, I'm going edge right off rip, and I'm going Jason No way. He's a freak. Dude ran a 4.39 or something like that. Are you out of your mind? How don't you take a guy like that? Dude? That's ridiculous. So here with the Ravens, again, I'm not a fan of this team. I don't really know this team, but edge is one of their needs. And I think edge would be good. They took Patrick Queen last year. You sons of bitches. My team should have took him, but we're stupid. Gregory Rousseau. I think Gregory Rousseau at 27 is the better value. I think he's really raw. And I think taking him any higher than maybe the Jets pick, I don't think you might not get the. I think he's a boomer bust type player, and I think if he ends up being a bust, I don't want to take him in a spot to where I'm like 21, 20 and up. 27 or down. It's like, oh well, we're a better team who just needed to fill a position of need, and it's not going to hurt us. It's not going to derail our franchise for 10 years. So. Saints, I'm surprised they don't have quarterback down. Oh, that's right. They only have 15 of them. They're going to use all of them all at once. This is where Caleb Farley goes. He fell far enough. I even said that he could go out of the first round, but I'm only doing a 1-round mock. So I don't want to have Caleb Farley sitting there. I'll take him to the Saints. I think that's actually a really good spot for him. He will fall because of the back surgeries. A lot of people say, but it's minor. Like I said earlier in the video, a lot of ex-players coming out. I listened to a lot of podcasts. I listened to a lot of videos. And a lot of ex-players on those podcasts and videos are saying, hey, man, there's no such thing as a minor back surgery. Back surgery is back surgery. You have no idea what that thing is going to do. Once you start moving, you start grooving. One of the biggest things that the Packers, for some reason, won't give Aaron Rodgers is a weapon. Obviously, there's a lot of good weapons here. Like a Terrace Marshall Jr. or on the defense, like a Asante Samuel, Nick Bolton, Xavier Collins. Bro, give this man a receiver. Now you can have Devontae Adams and Rondale Moore. Let's do it, please. I would like to see Aaron Rodgers win another Super Bowl just because I like him, and it'd be nice. I just don't. I hate it when it's like, I don't hate it. It's not. Nothing's guaranteed in the league, But it's just one of those things where it's like Dan Marino should if there's ever a player that's like, oh, I wish he won one, it's Dan Marino. Because a lot of people have this debate of like who's better, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and what, bro. Just sit back and just appreciate greatness. Just appreciate greatness, man. We got to see. I got to see the tail end of Jordan's other three-peat. I got to see all of Kobe, all of Shaq, all of LeBron. I got to see people like Steve Nash, and White Chocolate. I had a whole bunch of good players. And then, in the NHL, I got to witness Pavel Bure, Mario Lemieux, the back half of his career, full Jaromir Jagr, the end of Gretzky, the end of Messier, but then you go into Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, and Evgeny Malkin, and you just go down with McDavid now, and also Matt. Just appreciate greatness when you have it. That's all I'm saying. Don't be that guy who hates them because they're great. You don't have to love them. You don't have to be their biggest mark. Just appreciate the greatness, man. Because when those players aren't there, you'll know. Rant over. Bills on the clock. Phillips end. It's pretty simple to me. The Chiefs lost the Super Bowl mainly because they couldn't keep Mahomes upright, and they need a tackle. They got Tooney in the offseason and free agency. Samuel Cosme. Let's go. No, the Buccaneers need to are quarterback, interior defensive line, and safety. But what's the fun in any of this? Screw all that. You know who I want the Bucs to take because I'm a big mark of this guy too? Najee Harris. So PFS is going to grade our 1-round mock, obviously, individual grades for everything. So A+ for Trevor Lawrence, A+ for Zach Wilson, A for Trey Lance. Probably got A+ if it was Justin Fields, but I think they're going to take Trey Lance. Like I said, Daniel Jeremiah was talking out of his ass, saying that he thinks that the Niners gave up 3 first-round picks for fucking Mac Jones at 3. Yeah, your mind. Kyle Pitts, the 4 to Atlanta, is a B plus. Penny Sewell, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Justin Fields, Michael Parsons. We got B minus here for Patrick Surtain. But honestly, like Pitts was gone, and you're not going to take another receiver. You're not going to take a tight end at 10 with Pitts being gone, unless because I mean, you're going to take Pat Freiermuth like at 10. I guess you could have took Jalen Waddle, but it's just one of those things, man. Like I think they need to really start beefing up that defense. I despise the Cowboys and the Giants and the football team, but if I'm being objective here, they need to get that defense right. They lost Xavier Woods this offseason. They lost Byron Jones last season. And they took what was it? What's that corner's name? They took last year. I'm blanking on this kid's name. This is so bad. You know who I'm talking about. The corner out of Alabama. Diggs. There we go. C plus for Rashawn Slater here. Listen, Jalen Waddle was on the board. I get it. However, you need the beef of the offensive line in the Giants. Again, I despise them. I hope they don't. I hope they take a punter here or kicker. But if I'm being objective, they need offensive line. Okay. And Rashawn Slater's the best tackle in the draft to me. Okay. C plus, whatever, PFF. I don't really care. JC Horn got a C. I don't care. Eagles need defense, whether it be I'm not taking JOK at 12. I'm not taking Zavion Collins at 12. I'm not taking Bolton at all for the linebackers. I'm not taking Milrig at 12. Like JC Horn. Christian Darrisaw got a D. I don't care. They need the same thing. They need tackle help. They need to protect their asset. Kwity Paye got a C plus going to the Vikings. Again, they could also go guard or tackle, but I just think at 14, how raw he is, but he's more talented. Like I would rather take a chance on him on Paye high than Rousseau high. And I think he's great. A plus to Mac Jones. Greg Newsome got a C, but again, Patrick Surtain and JC Horn were already off the board, so they need a corner. Tevin Jenkins got a D minus for the Raiders. Again, you could have went defense, but I think you just need to bolster that offensive line. And Tevin Jenkins, I'm not taking Ben Cleveland here. I'm not taking Creed Humphrey here at 17. I mean, they might. I mean, they're known for taking second, third round guys on day one. So Christian Barmore got a D plus. But look, when you factor in that I had them take Jamar Chase plus Christian Barmore, I think that alone should combine to make it at least a C. You know, JOK at 19 to the football team got a C, but again, they need more defense. They have a hell of a defensive front four, and that front four makes everything else look better than it actually is. Because if you take away Chase Young, it's not as good as you think it is. Jalen Waddle to the Bears because he fell that way, and because of that, the Colts took Rashad Bateman here. They could also go tackle, but I think, if you really want Carson Wentz to succeed down there, give him another weapon. Okay. I know you brought back Hilton, TY, but it's a 1-year deal. You drafted Michael Pittman Jr. last year, but I mean, he's not like anything too crazy, but still. Elijah Moore to Tennessee, B minus. They like that. Aziz to the Jets, and they already took Zach Wilson in the beginning. Hell of a pick. Steelers take Vera Tucker. He's going to play guard in the league, not tackle. Morig to 25, A minus. Jason Owe, they don't like it as much, but again, Rousseau to me is a bigger project. Jason Owe, even though he's only been playing like the position in the sport for like 3 years, he is a freak of nature. He's raw, just like Rousseau, but I think Jason Owe is more boom than he is bust, where I believe Rousseau is more bust than he is boom. Caleb Farley, A minus. He's going to fall. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. It's minor back surgery. This is the 4th time I'm saying this in this video. There is no such thing as minor back surgery. It's your second back surgery, minor or not in quotations, in 15 months. And I believe he tore his ACL or tore something in his leg. So that's 3 major injuries or 3 major procedures before you get to the NFL. I'm cool. I appreciate that. And then that's why a team like the Saints, teams down here could take chances on guys like Rousseau and Farley, because if they don't end up being anything, it's not going to set back their franchise. If you take Farley, like say with the Eagles at 12, and he comes up and he hurts his back and he just it's not the same, or he's just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got to come back the next year and get another corner. But God forbid, if let's just say for this argument, say Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith, what is wrong with me tonight? Jalen Hurts. Let's just say Hurts is not the guy. Now you got to get a quarterback, and you still need another corner besides Slay. You only have 2-3 good, solid more years left of Slay, and after that, you're going to need another corner. So don't miss, Howie. No pressure, bud. Elijah Moore goes to the Titans, B-. Aziz, Tucker, Milrig, Owe, Russo, Farley. Packers, Rondale Moore. Hey, they like it. They think it's good. I'm glad. He needs more weapons. Give that man more weapons. Jalen Phillips goes to the Bills. It's a C+. I understand they took Espinoza last year, but edges still need. Samuel Cosme goes to the Chiefs at 31. I think he's probably like top 3 best tackles in this draft. They got Tooney at guard, so no need to go double down on guard here, because again, you're not going to go. I mean, Vera Tucker, I guess you could go there first, but he's already gone in this mock of mine, and you're not going to go Ben Cleveland at 31. And then in 32, Najee Harris. They brought back Fournette, but it's 1 year, and I think it's so nice to be a team like the Buccaneers where you just won a Super Bowl, you just beat up on the Chiefs, and you come into the draft and you don't really need anything. You don't really need anything. So why not take Najee Harris to add to the gluttony of weapons of Gronk and Evans, and like Jesus. But that will do it. I mean, I honestly think that's a good mock draft. I think a lot of picks make sense. Obviously, not every player I pick is going to be the perfect fit for your team. Again, I'm a huge Eagles fan. I'm more about the NFC East and everything like that. I don't really know the scheme fits or the schemes that are being ran over there with the Dolphins or the Falcons or the whatever. But I mean, I still know football, and I can still see the things they do need. But this will not be the end. This is my first video on this channel, and I always wanted to make a channel. This is going to be mock drafts and podcasts and updates and news and anything I can get my hands on. So hopefully you guys keep coming back. You like the video, subscribe, share, get the word out there, man. I want to be a part of the community that's out here in the Eagle Nation, because it is a beautiful one, right? With guys like Philly 500, with guys like A2D Radio, like these are the people I love, right? I watch them all the time. So with that being said, thank you guys for checking this out. I will see you guys next time. Go Birds.